Hi, everyone. I'm Jamie Dorley. I'm CEO of Nutritional Frontiers, and we're back. The one and only, the Godfather of Nutrition, Joe Messino. Welcome back, Joe.
We're back. We're here. We're counting down, aren't we?
We are getting close. We're getting close. So, of course, we're celebrating this time of year, the month of December at Nutritional Frontiers. We're focusing, Joe, on stress, mood, and sleep.
Absolutely.
With a little bonus of digestion. And we released some stress on Friday at the company meeting and holiday and Christmas party. So what'd you think, Joe?
Well, I thought it was the best I've ever been to. You know what?
Whoa!
The best. I mean,
and you've been to a couple of parties.
I've been to a few.
You've been to a few.
I've been to a few, but I got to tell you, there were some highlights that I'm still a little overwhelmed with. But,
all right, here we go. Let's hear the highlights.
Oh, my God. Well, of course, Santa was there the whole time.
Yes.
And he was just having a ball. And then we had,
I got many compliments on Santa.
Did you?
Wow, Santa is getting leaner every year.
Yes.
Jamie looking better and better.
Better and better.
Everyone thought it was me.
Yeah,
so we won't let the cat out of the bag. But
no.
Fred Claus did an incredible job.
Sure did.
Most Festivus.
Yes, the most Festivus.
And he gave out some great gifts.
He sure did. I mean, I'm still. I got one that I still don't know what to do. I got to find the perfect spot for it. Perfect spot. Everybody came over on Sunday for Sunday dinner and was jealous.
Oh, they saw it? You had it out there for display?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I thought it was very fitting for you, of course.
Beautiful.
Great gift for you, and I think it looked great right in the living room or kitchen.
Oh, it's
you got to see it when you come through that door.
Yeah,
so,
prime location.
So welcome back. Right. This is the Jamie and Joe Show. We're live every Monday at 11 a.m. to 12 noon Eastern Standard Time.
Like we have been for about 14 or 15 years. The reason is it's still the longest running episodic duo healthy talk show on the air today.
And the most entertaining.
Absolutely.
Multiple time winner of the most entertaining show. And we've been doing these for quite a while, almost 15 years now. And this month we're going to celebrate a little bit. So we're doing some countdowns. So what is today?
Today is the 8th day of Christmas.
And on the 8th day of Christmas,
my true love gave to me 8 cherry chews,
7 amino,
7 amino max, and 6 hemp boost.
Ooh, that's a nice one, huh?
5 Conde,
4
Women's Complete, 3 Live Complete, 2 Beauty Complete,
and
1 SPM.
You got an incredible voice today, Joe. You're holding back a little bit.
It's tough on a Monday.
Yeah, usually when you're on tour, Mondays were the off day, right? It's a travel day.
Yeah.
You didn't actually perform on Mondays, but now you're in semi-retirement. So we're having a lot of fun, of course, on the 12 days of Christmas.
Yeah, we are.
So what do people take advantage of? What's the benefit to them on the 12 days of Christmas?
On the 12 days of Christmas, so we got some products that are absolutely amazing, that are so pertinent to what's going on right now, right? Everybody needs them. Everybody can use them as the gift of health. Give them to your family. Throw them in the stocking. But take advantage of the great savings.
There are enough ugly sweaters out there. And none better than Monica's, of course. That she won ugliest sweater contest.
Yes, she did.
At the holiday and Christmas
She
party.
was going to win no matter if it was ugly or pretty or funny. Yeah. She was going to win.
She had it. So give the gift of health during the holidays this year.
Yeah, we're making it easy for them, right?
Yeah, well, you're a hard guy to buy for. What do you buy for a guy that has everything, right? So what product, if you had to pick from those top 8, which one would you want in your stocking stuff?
Oh, boy.
There's a lot of people down there getting their pen and paper out or their iPhone to make some notes here.
This is a tough one, but I'll tell you what, out of them all, you know me, I'm a CBD guy, so hemp boost.
Off the board. You go for the hemp boost.
Go right for that hemp boost, baby. Yes, sir.
I thought maybe Calm Day, but you're pretty calm. Amino Max, you got a good immune system. Beauty, you don't need no Beauty Complete. No Woman's Complete, no Live Complete, no SPMs.
So that's a running. I
think that's the one I'm going to go with. The SPMs, right? You know me, I'm a numbers guy. The price point alone, Joe.
Yes.
But you can take advantage of all these different formulations, and don't wait till the end. How many people tell me I'm going to wait till the end? These are while supplies last.
That's right.
The formulas are all fresh. They're ready to go. You get an additional 20%
These aren't
off.
clearance items. These are top sellers.
No, those discontinued items you see at some of these places. This is not the case, folks. What we did is our entire team sat down a couple months ago. We said, what are our top formulas that we want to really help and support people with going into the new year?
Yeah, absolutely. And that, look, if everybody doesn't realize how stressed everybody is right now, which is going to cause them to lose sleep, which is going to affect their immune system and their beauty, right? And, everything ties together. I had a guy we were talking to today about having eczema and he can't sleep, and all of these things are all tied together. So anywhere you start on this list is good.
Absolutely. And you're a healthcare professional, take full advantage. You can buy a case, you can buy more if you like. But take advantage of these and pass these incredible savings on to your staff,
yes,
your family, and of course your clients and patients.
Absolutely, especially your staff. I think that's a great place to start. I mean, the perfect example of that was Friday. The staff from NF, the staff from everybody was having a great time. It was all put together, of course, by the architect here, and it went off without a hitch.
I always wanted to be an architect as a kid. I tried a couple different majors, including marine biology. I instead shifted to public health, but I always want to be an architect. So I guess I do it in a different way.
Yes, you do.
I love some of the gear I got. I tell you what.
Yeah.
Man, I want to thank the future Zach Dorley and of course the one and only Michaela Mendez.
I was gonna pull out the NF shirt for the show today. But we will. I think we have to coordinate that.
Absolutely. I love the new t-shirts, because the dry fit ones, these fit a little better.
Yeah.
So I got the hoodies and I love, of course, the hats, Joe. I know you don't want to mess up the Bouffon over here, but
there's a time and a place. There's a time and a place for it. But I saw a couple of the kids already confiscated the hoodies.
Oh, well, of course.
They saw them on Sunday and they said,
let me try this.
Can I have this? Yeah, go ahead.
So stay tuned the rest of the week. Check your email because you never know if you're going to get Joe singing, God forbid me singing, but at least an email on what the promos are every day.
Yeah.
And these are progressive. Can you explain what that means? Because unlike last year where you got a one and done, this is progressive.
It's progressive, which means on any day of the 12 days, you can take advantage of any product from any day. Or all of them at once.
I love it. So you can go backwards, forwards.
You can go backwards, forwards, sideways, doesn't matter.
So there you go. Take full advantage of 12 Days of Christmas by Nutritional Frontiers. This is an extra little bonus for you to show you how much we appreciate your support during the year. Take full advantage. These are some of the hottest formulas out there. I love the fact that we started with SPMs. We went with the Beauty Complete, Live Complete, Woman's Complete, Calm Day, Hemp Boost. Immunomax. They're all there for you, Joe.
They're all there. And actually, I had to give a few of them to my daughter because, the furnace went, the dryer went, and the stove still isn't working.
So what'd you give her?
Calm Day, Hemp Boost, Sleep Time.
She may need it all, right?
I gave her all to her.
So this is a nice way to give back to your family during the holidays. Nothing wrong with giving a gift of health. I did it, in fact, last year, and here's how it works, right? Because sometimes the family, a little skeptical, right? Sure. So I gave it to a family member, and lo and behold, a few months later, she says, I need more. Yeah. So I gave it a Super Biotics, right? Yeah. Which was really helpful. Mood Lift and Super B Complete. Mm-hmm. And she really liked those formulations. She says, I can't believe I can actually feel these working, right?
Exactly.
And, I was talking to a friend yesterday.
When you feel it the most? When you stop.
When you stop taking it. I was talking to a couple of friends yesterday and went to breakfast, and the one was struggling a little bit. This time of year, it's really stressful for him. And I says, look, all the things you're doing. He was doing the energy drinks, right? Alcohol, fast foods. I said, all the things you're doing are not giving the brain the nutrients it needs. That's what I want to talk about today, Joe, because you got a big brain, so do I, right? So the brain's about anywhere between 2 and 3% of your total weight, right? But it burns over 20% of your energy every day.
And think about this, Jamie. It's protected by the thickest bone in your body, so it must be pretty important, right?
Yeah. What happens for a lot of people is that when they say they're tired, they think they're physically tired.
Right.
Most people these days are mentally tired. We're not working blue collar jobs. We're not out there in the fields. We're not doing a lot of hard manual labor. Some
Right.
people do, and I get it, right?
Sure.
But most people, they're mentally tired.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, because the body really needs to burn glucose.
Mhm.
And just let's start with sugar,
Mhm.
because if you don't have a steady supply of consistently balanced blood sugar levels,
Mhm.
as your sugar goes up and it comes crashing down, what happens to your mood?
Well, the mood goes up and down right along with it. It goes up and it crashes harder than it goes up. But yeah, that's the problem. It's going to directly relate to that sugar imbalance.
And even for me, I can notice because, be honest, I didn't do my shake yesterday.
I took a day off, huh?
Yeah, I was getting late breakfast, and then it was like, okay, I was meeting some friends for like a breakfast brunch type of deal. I just didn't have the smoothie, and I can tell the difference, right? So let's talk about why. There's an old study back in 1999 from Pediatrics Journal. What they did, they actually looked at different groups of kids. So they had them in a school, and half the group they allowed to have a really high sugar breakfast, right? Like Fruity Pebbles or something. It was a cereal. The other group, they had a very low glycemic index, right? More with eggs, veggies, and oatmeal. And then the rest of the day, they let the kids eat whatever they wanted without any restrictions. And what was the conclusion?
The ones that ate sugar wanted more sugar.
They not only that, they ate 80% more calories, almost double the volume of food than the other group. So let's talk about what's going on postprandial, right? Hormonally in the body. What happens after that meal, Joe? Because that's a really important window, right? When you're after the meal, what goes on with the blood sugar and insulin release and glycogen storage? And that really determines the mood and the cravings later on. That's why I always recommend a shake for breakfast. So what happens after that meal?
Well, that you're spiking so much sugar in the body. So, everything you eat turns to glucose, and then your body makes insulin to drive that glucose into the cells. But when you bombard it with all of this sugar, that on top of the natural process, now you're overloading all that sugar. You can't make enough insulin to keep up with.
It reminds me of the mall these days. Have you been to the mall lately?
Not lately.
Yeah, you're lucky, right? Because you have all these cars coming in the parking lot. There's an overload. So what do you have? You have traffic. You have some very unhappy people. I saw a person melt down over the weekend. Yeah. And I felt bad for them because I'm like, they're not dealing well, right?
No.
And it was something ridiculous at a store. So think about the sugar coming in the body. It's like traffic, right? If there's too much sugar, the body doesn't know what to do with it. So you have the excess release of sugar in the bloodstream. You said excess insulin release. Insulin's job is to get the sugar inside the cell.
That's right.
But the extra, it actually stores as fat.
That's right.
It's your top anabolic hormone in the body and the fat storage hormone in the body.
That's a great point, because I think a lot of people don't realize that once you make all that insulin, you can't take it back.
No.
It's there. It has to go.
Hyperinsulinemia, right?
Hyperinsulinemia.
So first you want to talk about during the holidays. Like there's no holiday today. Not that I'm aware of, right? So go back to your program, right? Go back to your program. I was in the gym this morning, right? Get my shake in right away this morning. That way I'm nice and balanced, right? And I'm gonna have a nice healthy lunch. Make sure you stay on your nutrients, because just like my friend that I had brunch with yesterday, he wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing nutritionally.
Okay.
And his mood suffering. It's as simple as that. So we got to really be careful. Let's look at some of the things that we got to be careful with the most. Number one is sugar.
Sugar, but then takes you right back to Power Cleanse, because that is a full multivitamin mineral, right? You need those nutrients, and you need them especially to help your body accept the glucose the insulin's trying to drive in, right? So if you don't have those nutrients, it's still another, clog in the works there. You won't get that insulin.
Yeah, and there's so many ways you can do this, right? I like the I just go old school. Power Cleanse, greens, and a scoop of Super Shake right in it for extra protein. If you're not working out or don't have as much muscle, skip the extra protein.
Just need the two. You just need the Power Cleanse, because it has protein in addition to the multivitamin mineral detox formula.
Someone says, well, why do you do the shake? I says, well, here's why. Number one, I know exactly what's in it. You go to breakfast or make your own food, you're never exactly sure, even if you're really smart with the nutrient content of the food.
Sure.
Right? God forbid you eat something that's fast food or processed, you can forget about it. So I know exactly what's in it and I know what's not in it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's well balanced. You got the protein, carbs, fat, and fiber all in the right ratios. So it's low glycemic index. It's vegan. And then talk about the importance of having that multivitamin and mineral in there as a foundation.
You have to have it as a foundation because now it's going to mimic food as it should be. Okay, food as it should be with the proper multivitamin mineral mix. That's giving your body the ability then to handle the other part that's coming, and that's the release of toxins and the elimination of them. Right? That's a job that your body. Think of it like this: it has to work. It's a factory. You got to feed that factory what it needs to work at a high level. And if you don't, if you just try to detox without feeding it the nutrients,
and that's why I add the lean greens in. Because it has all the chelating nutrients. By chelating, we mean it can actually claw or attach to some of these heavy metals, toxins, plastics, dioxins, DDT, all the things that we're exposed to, right? Roundup, the glyphosates. There's so many things that our body is exposed to, and we store these in fat cells. So last week in prep for our Christmas party, I did extra shakes almost the whole week. I did shakes all day and then dinner at night.
There was quite a few cookies and desserts at that Christmas party.
And I ate quite a few. If we're being honest and transparent here, I ate too many.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a food hangover the next day, right? And, you can do that sometimes. But I did prepare for it. And now today, right back on the shake. The other thing I added in, because I was, this time of year with the darkness and, the mood's tough, you got a lot of things going on. I added back in the Super B Complete and the Adrenamax.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Talk about the importance of those, because I really noticed a difference in 1 week on my sleep.
Yeah, you will, because the Super B Complete, of course, part of the Complete series of nutrients.
The original.
It was the first. And it's a complete because it has all of the bioavailable B vitamins, including the folate, the methylfolate that we absolutely need. And it adds in a little bit of B15, DMG, dimethylglycine itself.
People say, I said, you need that for stress, right? What do the B vitamins do? Well, if we're trying to build neurotransmitters, those are your brain chemicals, right? You've heard people say, I got chemical imbalance with dopamine, serotonin, GABA, epinephrine, norepinephrine, right? These are all the hormones and neurotransmitters in the brain. And if we're going to bake or make those, what do we use?
Yeah, you got to use your vitamins. Your B vitamins are the baseline for that. That's what when you're making in a recipe, that's your foundation.
So if you want to make cookies, of course, we need chocolate chips and flour and those things. If we're making neurotransmitters in the brain, we need B vitamins. And what's the problem is that under stress, you deplete B vitamins. And then what do most people do to comfort their brain? They do things that further deplete B vitamins that don't have any B vitamins.
Yeah, they add stimulants and artificial things that will then cause more stress, which depletes more B vitamins.
Caffeine, nicotine, sugar, alcohols. These things all do not contain any B vitamins and further deplete the B vitamins. So you get a very short, almost feel good, then the further depletion.
Chemical stress is probably the one that's the most underrated. Right? Of all the stress, stress physical, we know that, emotional. Chemical stress comes from what you ingest. And if you're ingesting these stimulants, you're just complicating the whole problem.
Yeah, and right now, we're coming up on 2 years already with this pandemic, right? And I've been hearing a lot of different opinions lately, especially from these experts that used to be sportscasters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they become experts. And look, I know everyone's trying to do their best, but look at it this way, folks. Okay? What are we fighting for right now? What are people trying to do? They don't want to get sick.
That's right.
So the mask didn't work. The social distancing didn't work. The vaccine didn't work. The boosters didn't work, right? So what do you need to do? You need to invest back in yourself.
There you go.
Right?
Right.
And you need to realize and just let it go because it's not going away.
Right.
Is the flu going away?
No, never.
And neither is COVID. So rather than worrying about if I get it, or if I spread it, or if my parents get it, or my family, let's focus on what are we going to do about it right now. And I think it all starts with that first meal of the day, getting your blood sugar and nutrients under control.
Correct.
And as you always say, and Jeff Niznik, there's 90 essential nutrients.
91 now.
When you get in the greens and the power cleanse, you get all 90.
You get them all.
They're all there. Prebiotic, probiotic, and enzymes, micro and macronutrients, essential fatty acids, phytonutrients. They're all
Vitamins
in there.
And minerals and trace minerals.
Yeah.
It's all
there. So you get your foundations covered. And I guarantee if most people did that, they'd be 80% towards their goal.
Well, we could prove that because Jeff, when he turns them around on the 90 nutrients, and they come back in a month or two, things have changed. We have proof. It's all there.
Oh, we have Paulie and Kelly up in New York, personal trainers that are getting incredible results. I don't know if you've seen some of their
on just one kit.
Yeah, on their latest testimonials, but fantastic results. People are losing weight. Their energy levels go up. They're not craving the same foods. And all these people have tried other programs.
Sure,
and Paulie's conclusion was that, hey, the Nutritional Frontiers doesn't have the lactose, doesn't have the artificial flavors, doesn't have the artificial colorings and dyes and additives and soy and all these things that are actually food allergens that you find in a lot of products that are out there.
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, well, talk about reading labels. Did you really want to bring that up right now? Because that is it. I mean, it starts every single thing you buy, especially if it's something you're going to put in your mouth. Drug, prescription, vitamin, food. You better read that label.
Absolutely. And my favorite presentation is your labels are screaming.
Yes, they are.
Are you going to listen? Right? You got to read your labels, folks. And that goes on medications, supplements, over-the-counter medications, food, drinks, everything out there. You need to be able to read and then have a strategy in place to overcome it.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about, here's a situation, Jamie, that's interesting. Fast food, we know it's bad for us. We know it's loaded with chemicals and toxins and preservatives. And there was another lawsuit that was just won against McDonald's recently. But they don't have labels on their food. Isn't that interesting? Huh? You could go you get that Big Mac, you open it up, that paper, it doesn't tell you what's in it.
Thank God it doesn't. Yeah, you don't want to know.
Well, maybe they wouldn't eat it if they knew.
You don't want to know. You should know going in. You got to have a strategy in place, right? So one of the things you want to do is make sure you're looking at the quality of your nutrients, not the calories, right? So what do we count?
We count chemicals, not calories.
There's a big difference there. So get away from the counting of calories. Getting away from skipping meals. That's one I think a lot of people get in trouble with.
Yes, they do, because then they get real hungry and eat anything they can.
Yeah, you're not usually gonna crave a salad when you're really hungry. No. So these are some of the tips we want to give you during the holidays. So what do? Rather than skipping the meal, is I actually do the shake. And then you can make them into muffins. I got my pancakes ready for this week, so I do the super shake pancakes. There's a lot of ways you can incorporate these nutrients into your lifestyle so that you don't get to that point of, hey, I'm starving now. What do I do? It's too late.
And we made it as easy as possible. You get the shaker bottle anytime you buy a shake from Nutritional Frontiers. You get that shake. It's so simple. Keep it with you.
Yeah, because in the old days they used to say, well, it takes 3 months to change your metabolism.
Yeah.
Right. Then it was a month. Then it was a week. Now we found out food is information. So whatever you eat today is going to tell your body either to burn or to store. It comes out. It's that simple, Joe.
Yeah, I know. That's why Healthy Holly had to bring in those butter balls this morning.
Well, they're all natural, protein-based, of course. So Healthy Holly treats. The non-baked snack bites are my favorite.
Yes, there they go.
So you have a lot of options there. And look, we're not saying not to have any treats. We have plenty of treats. We're just saying make sure you get the good quality of food in so you have the nutritional content that you need. And most importantly, so that your brain has the nutrients it needs and not the inconsistencies and the fluctuations with blood sugar, which so many people are suffering from. That will create anxiety. That will add to your depression. That will make you more angry. That will give you more difficulty in focusing and being more forgetful because the brain needs a nice, steady, consistent flux of nutrients. And when it doesn't get that, that's when it's not going to operate. It's hard enough when you do that. Now, if you take those away, it's much more difficult.
Because we can't live by food alone. We must supplement our diet to get those 90 essential nutrients because it's not in the food.
Yeah, and this is published a long time ago, June of 2002.
Right.
We're going back 20 years, Joe. June of 2002 in JAMA, the Journal of American Medical Association, for the first time in 40 years, they changed their position. It used to be eat right. Now it's eat right and take a multivitamin because they found that the nutritional content is so low, even in healthy food, let alone junk.
Right.
Over 50% of all meals are eaten outside the home. Yeah. Right. So buyer beware. You're not really sure what you're getting. Me and my daughter were going past Subway at the mall. And so remember we thought Subway was healthy?
Yeah,
right?
Eat fresh.
They duped us.
They sure did.
The day I found out the chicken was soy was the last day I ever went there. Because I said, oh, the salad's not too bad, you know. But no, buyer beware, folks. So make sure you're aware of what you're eating and have a strategy in place.
Right.
So if you have a couple of cookies or cannolis, it's not a big deal because you already got the nutrients your body needs in. You will burn more. Your brain will work better. You'll have much better focus and mental energy, which most people are suffering from.
That's what they're
You talk to people and they say, hey, Joe, I'm depressed, I'm anxious, I'm moody, I can't sleep, I get headaches, I can't focus, right? I'm overwhelmed. Do you ever hear anyone say that? I'm overwhelmed?
Yeah, all the time.
So why is that?
The nutrient depletion.
Yeah.
Simple. It's that simple. Is it easy? Well, we're trying to make it a little easier, right? We do it with that shake, with the greens and the power cleanse. That makes it as easy as it can be. But it's not simple. You have to get these nutrients into your body. Nutrient deficiency combined with toxicity.
And you got to look at like your car, right? People will put gas in. They wouldn't put Coca-Cola in that, right? You need oil in the engine. You need water in there, right? You need certain, liquids in your car, transmission fluids. And your body's the same way, even more than the car. People treat their cars and their pets better than they treat themselves.
Yeah, I mean, one of the other workshops that you do that I love was make sure you change your body's oil.
Yeah.
Remember, you do it in your car, but most people don't pay attention to their bodies.
So let's remind everyone, you don't know who we are. It's the Jamie and Joe Show.
Oh.
And we're live every Monday. I hear people screaming. What's the Jamie and Joe Show? I don't know. What is it, Joe?
It is, even Phil has this memorized, the longest running episodic duo healthy talk show, my radio show.
Talk show
on the air today. Most entertaining, hands down. That's not our opinion, folks.
That's from all the surveys, all the contests, all the awards the Academy goes to, of course. So most entertaining. So we're here to help you educate and restore fun back into your life. And we're doing a lot of great things this month in particular, right? We have the Wellness Week going on. We have the 12 Days of Christmas. So what is the whole idea behind the 12 Days of Christmas, Joe?
The whole idea is to give the gift of health. If we can make it easier for you, give you that big savings, 20% off. If we can do that, use that to give it back to someone else.
Yeah, if you're not sure with it, you can always email us. You can always call us to see, hey, I need some help. We could direct you to a healthcare professional, right? And if that's a medical doctor, chiropractor, maybe it's a pharmacist. Some people work for a naturopath, certified clinical nutritionist, personal trainer. We work with so many different healthcare professionals, and the idea is to empower you so you can make these part of your lifestyle.
Right.
It's not a product; it's a lifestyle. And when you buy in, the more you surrender to it, the better results you get.
You said something a few minutes ago about making it fun. Yeah. And I think that's something we should expand on a little, because going to a medical doctor is never fun, is it?
Well, functional doctor, no.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember way back as a kid, I have these bad thoughts, like, the needle, the cold office, right? Yeah, the whole experience was terrible. So we want to have you meet with a functional doctor.
Right.
And that could be, depending on what area of the country and what your goals are, it could be anybody from an MD to a nurse practitioner, a PA. It doesn't matter what's after the name. We care more about the person you're meeting with. Yeah, chiropractor at the wellness center, naturopath, clinical nutrition. It doesn't matter. You need some kind of help.
Yeah.
Someone was asking me, I said, well, what do you do? I says, I do everything. I said I have a whole team around me.
That's right.
I said, not only got Joe next to me, I got my family, I got my faith, I have chiropractors, I have nutritionists, naturopath, massage therapist, medical doctor. I mean, I have a whole fleet of people that I work with because it takes a lot
It does.
to build your body to be able to do a lot.
Yeah. It takes
And
a team.
if you're a giver and you're constantly giving, but you're not giving to yourself, what happens?
Well, when this breaks down, you can't help anyone else.
No.
So help yourself first.
And that's what we're trying to do. We want you to be empowered so you can incorporate these in your life so you can have a better life and a lot more fun too, right? Because if not, what's the point?
That's right. Got to have fun. And that's why this part of your life should be fun too. Okay. It shouldn't be stressful. It shouldn't be a task or a chore. It should be part of life. Going to see your chiropractor should be a good experience. Getting a great massage should be a good experience. And being able to take advantage of all of the nutrients that we can help you with, that's just only going to make you happier.
Yeah, there are times you want to push forward a little more and times you got to pull it back in, right?
Yeah.
Right now, you should coast through the holidays, right?
Yeah, enjoy.
It should be a nice, fun time, but it doesn't mean you give up all your good habits, right? Even if I'm not doing my exercise that day, I still do my walking, right?
Drink your
Get
greens.
my steps in,
Yes.
do my shakes, right? Say the prayers, read, whatever it takes, but we want to empower you. So where are some places in Pittsburgh? I think the Wellness Center, World of Wellness should be a good place now for people to go to.
Great place to start. I mean, there's no better place to start than here. We have everything you just talked about and more here. And it's, the facility now is bigger and better than ever. So when you come in, you're going to have a good time. You're going to have, the kind of energy that people need these days. Good, positive, healthy energy.
Yeah, and the other thing is that you speak about good energy. Be careful being around people that don't have good energy or are going to drain you, right?
Yes.
And I know sometimes you're forced to. Maybe you're working with them. Maybe it's a family member. Maybe it's yourself, right? Maybe it's a neighbor. But acknowledge what's going on. And I always say, if you identify the problem, it's half solved.
That's right.
Right? And there's no shortage right now. What do you say in the information age?
In the age of information, ignorance is a choice. So choose information over ignorance.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things you can do these days, right? We're incorporating yoga with the schedule. We're incorporating a naturopathic doctor, nutrition, the healthy Holly treats, the exercise, the emotional wellness. It all goes hand in hand.
Sure does.
But anytime you're dealing with anything, always remember nutritional depletion, right? And toxicity. And what are some of the most common toxins people are exposed to? Because we're going into detox season soon, right?
Yeah.
And I always say it's the stuff you ingest by choice.
Well, it is. And, a lot of times it's funny. People say, well, I don't consume a lot of toxins. I say, well, yeah, every day you do. You got fluoride, right? You've got chlorine, both of those in your water supply, right? And if you're eating any baked goods out there, you're getting toxins. The top three: chlorine, bromide, fluoride. I mean, one mistake people make, Jamie, they may drink good, pure water, but they still cook with the fluoridated water. So, these are some things that when you come here, we can help you with your whole lifestyle.
Yeah, there's some lower hanging fruit too, right? No pun intended. People are eating a lot of fast food or processed. And what are some of the main culprits, of course, right? I think it's the drinks.
Well, drinks and sodas.
Soda number one, right? Without a doubt.
Yeah.
That's one of the four horses of the nutrition.
The four horsemen. Yes.
Of the nutrition apocalypse. Right?
Yes.
It's not your original presentation.
That's my original. Yeah.
So let's talk about those because we're not saying never to have them during the holidays, but they can't become the foundation of your lifestyle.
No, they can't. And that's the problem. A lot of people, every day that goes by, they're having not just one, but 2, 3, 4 sodas, maybe more.
Yeah.
With every meal they're having them. I mean, this is the reason it was included. It's the only one of the four horsemen that's an actual end product that people consume. But, the acids that are in there, the carbonics, phosphoric acids, they're destroying not just your gut health, your microbiome that we talked about last week, but it's also destroying your bone health. We know why osteoporosis is on the rise. We're destroying everything we need to build those bones. So it's number one on the list because it's so easy, right? And so common. And, and people think it's a good, healthy alternative. And it's not. It's the worst.
So you got to be careful what you drink, right? And that could be soda. It could be juice. It could be these energy drinks. I'm just reading that study again. 500% increase of stroke
Mm.
when you do those, Monster energy drinks every day. And some people do 3, 4, 5 of those a day, right? You factor in vaping and tobacco and all these things. So you got to be really careful because a lot of people don't even really realize that what they're ingesting just by drinking, right? And then I think the second thing is the processed junk, right? The fast foods, the junk foods, the prepackaged foods.
Mm-hmm.
Again, if you had this as a snack once in a while, not a big deal.
Right.
When it becomes the meal, Joe.
That's right.
Because now there's no nutritional content,
none.
but there's a lot of toxicity from these. So you're hitting both edges of the coin, right?
And it becomes a norm. I mean, people are going for fast food every 5 days a week for their lunch. It's quick, it's easy, it's fast, but it's not good. It's not good, and that just builds and builds and builds, and the toxicity level goes up as the nutrient deficiency goes down. It's crazy, but it works just like.
And then you crave those foods more. Remember, the process has a lot of additives to it that make you crave. And what part of your body is craving it? The brain. We just talked about the importance of this.
That's right.
So sometimes you have to suffer for a couple days, right, as you're detoxifying. It shouldn't be that bad.
No, and if you fortify your body with the right nutrients, you lessen that.
Yeah, it gets a lot easier when you're doing that. So as we prepare to unwind this crazy year of 2021, we want to start early and get a jump start on 2022 and start incorporating these shakes once a day.
Yeah, absolutely. If you just do one a day, you're going to make a tremendous difference. And it's so simple, it's easy, it's nutritious, and you'll feel the difference. First one.
And then you get everything you need in there. You're getting all your food, your micro and macro, your essential fatty acid, your phytonutrients, and it tastes good too. Plus, it's a bargain. For less than $4, you're getting your meal in, your vitamins and minerals, your pre and probiotics, all your essential fats in. And you can't get a meal. Do you go out to eat at all?
Yeah, I go out occasionally.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the meal cost?
Well, $4 doesn't even get me.
No, you can't get a smoothie from Smoothie King for $4.
No,
they're
but
$8.
you can get two crappy sandwiches from a fast food place for $5. That'll kill you.
Maybe.
Fast.
I don't even know if you can do that anymore.
Not anymore.
But if you go out to eat,
our Philly Phil saying no more.
McDonald's the other day was like $10.
What?
Wait. What did you say?
Never mind.
Oh, okay.
He went to McDonald's the other day to do some research. He's doing research,
The
right?
amazing thing was, as soon as I ate it, I felt like so bad.
Well, here you go.
Yeah.
The next generation here. You can talk a lot, Joe, but some people just don't listen. So here he goes. We're being serious. This happens. Phil's a good guy. He knows better, but hey, sometimes that car just pulls in the drive-through. So you bought Mickey D's. You buy anything good from there? Of course not. They don't have anything good. What'd you get? A Big Mac?
The chicken nuggets.
Oh my God. You ever see Super Size Me? The one thing my kids do remember is that the chicken comes from old, fat, saggy breasts from the chicken, right? Because they're loaded with hormones, right?
So they're nuggets. They're not chicken.
I don't know if there's any chicken in there. Yeah. But you eat that food, right? Remember Super Size Me? And he gets the McGirdles. He starts burping up, gassy, bloated. And how'd you feel after you ate that, Phil? Terrible. You almost feel good when you're getting it, right? The smell, the food, it almost is good. Yeah. You take that first bite, and then after about halfway through, it starts going downhill. Yeah. So there's a lot. First of all, just the amount of fat to break down, right? Then you get all the
trans fat. It's not good fat.
Trans fats, artificial flavorings, right? Mm-hmm. And then all the additives. I can see where you get a headache, right away. And then, of course, you can't digest that food, so you bloat it. And how much did it cost you at the the dollar value meal it used to be? How much did it cost you? $10?
Yeah, like $10.
Yeah. Oh, well, there you go. You could have got 3 days worth of food from the Power Cleansing Greens for that $10, and you probably feel tremendously different, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So, folks, you need to have a strategy in place. We're here to help you. We have incredible healthcare professionals that we work with. Do not look at this as a punishment.
No.
You want to reward and invest in yourself. And if you're a giver, like most of you out there are, you got to give to yourself before you can give to others.
That's right. So, and they're setting an example as well. You're going to feel better. You're going to set an example for your friends and family. When they see the difference in you, then they'll make some changes.
All right, let's take the last few minutes of the show. And on the 8th day of Christmas, Joe.
Oh boy, on the 8th day of Christmas, I'm having a hard time remembering them all. Jay, was it? Wait, don't tell me. It was cherry shoes.
There you go.
Huh?
Yeah, you got to sing though.
Oh, I gotta sing. Okay, well let's see if I can get the list. Let's see. We got on the 8th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 8 cherry chews, 7 Immuno Max, 6
Hemp Boost,
5 Calm Day.
Now you're on a roll. Take it away, Joe. 4
Women's Complete, 3 Beauty Complete, 2 Live Complete, and SPM.
Pretty close, Joe. 90%.
Did I miss one?
Just like in high school. Yeah, you rotate a little bit. Who cares? You got the idea. This is progressive.
Oh, it's progressive.
This is like double Jeopardy.
Yeah.
We double up the ketchup. Do not wait, folks. You can order as many times you want.
And if we're going to do this on camera for the world to see, then all you got to do is buy them.
Yeah, today, we're not in the full costume.
No, we're not.
Wait till tomorrow. We're coming back bigger and better than ever. Tomorrow, we got a special treat for you. So tune in, folks. Thanks so much for Philly Phil on the board. Thanks to the one and only, the godfather of nutrition, Joe Messino. Thanks for all the support out there. Have a great day, and God